And I want to show you how to make a PPE. This is my son, Jonathan. Hey, Jonathan. Jonathan's going to be cutting the plastic. Let me tell you about this plastic. When I purchased 5 packs of 16 by 20 canvases for my studio, this piece of plastic is sitting on top. And normally we were just throwing them away. It occurred to me during the summer that we might someday have a reason to keep these, and it drove my husband crazy, but I saved hundreds of them. And sure enough, coronavirus came around, and now I'm glad I saved them. Jonathan's going to fold this in quarters. It's a 16 by 20. He'll fold it in quarters, and then he'll have 4 8 by 10 pieces of plastic. Yep. Then he is going to cut those pieces of plastic. I'll show you how to do that in a second, so that each one has, let's see, a rounded edge at the bottom, and he's going to show us how to do that. So let me tell you about the materials while he's cutting the plastic. I went to the hardware store and I bought packages of these. It's foam window seal. This is the extra large size, and it's pretty inexpensive. You can get this big roll. I got these at Ace Hardware. Maybe Home Depot has them in a bigger roll. I don't know. Or you can probably get them online. This stuff also works okay. It's pricier though, so I wouldn't recommend it, but you could try it. This is the Camper Seal foam tape. Basically, both of them insulate windows, and so that's what you use. And when you open it up, it looks like this. Here's the extra large thickness. Here's the large thickness. Both are fine. We've been using both. Whatever we had laying around, whatever I could get my hands on. The extra large is especially nice, I think. But that's, you can use either size. If you have some laying around in your garage, go ahead, go for it. I also went to the grocery store and I picked up these headbands, and these say Goody on them. They don't have to be Goody brand. They could be any brand of elastic headband. And I just cut them in one spot so that you get a line like this. And that is just the perfect amount of elastic to tie onto these PPEs around your head. So Jonathan is going to demonstrate how he is cutting the curve around this piece of plastic on the table. Hopefully you can see the plastic rectangle. And he's just using a plate to trace on curves. And then he's going to cut it on those two sides so that the PPE is rounded at the ends. Mm-hmm. On the top, he's going to leave it flat, but he's just ever so lightly going to just make it so it's not pointy at the top by a really soft curve just at those two side edges.
Trying to cut it so there's no sharp edges.
Okay, great. So then we're going to get our elastic, sorry, not elastic, but our foam. And Jonathan is going to peel this off and put it across the top, and then cut it to fit the top part of that piece of plastic. So it's exactly the same length, and he's going to peel off the back. He's going to stick it on. This stuff comes with pretty strong adhesive, which is great. It's made to stick to windows in the winter and insulate them, so that the adhesive is pretty good. So the foam side is going to be touching your face, and then the adhesive side goes on the plastic. Mm-hmm. Then he's going to take a hole punch. He's going to punch a hole into both corners, like so. Then he's going to take a piece of this elastic, one of these elastic headbands, and he's going to thread it through the corners. And he's going to do it from the front of the PPE, the plastic side. And it's a little tricky. That one's a little fatter than the rest. There you go. And he's going to pull it through. He's going to knot it. Then he's going to pull it through on the other side as well and knot it. And hopefully it's going to be a good snug fit on his head. If it's not, he can always pull it out and change the knots. But I think it's going to be a good snug fit.
Always get a haircut.
Okay. If it's not a snug fit, you can get a haircut?
Yeah.
That would make it looser.
Okay.
So he's just going to knot it, and then he's going to put it on. that whole process only took a few minutes. We're going to make as many as we have materials for, and we're just going to give them away to people. These are not medical grade PPEs. These are for people who just want a little extra protection in addition to their face masks. And it's using up all this leftover plastic I had from those canvases. That was just really fascinating to me that I just knew that I should save those. So there's a little, oops, I made you sideways. There's a little bit of glare on his face. Step away from the light a little bit, and you can see a little bit better that it's on his face and it's sticking well. And yeah, so that's it. That's how you make a homemade PPE. We are going to be doing some art classes on Sipping and Painting Hampden soon. So please like our YouTube channel and then subscribe and then stay tuned because we are going to be adding art classes on several times this week. Thanks everyone. Take care. Stay home.
Bye.
Be safe. And when things open back up again, it's safe to come out. We look forward to seeing you at Sipping and Painting Hampden. Cheers.